Also known as the self-proclaimed motherfucking king of Black Ops 2, giving you a Advanced Warfare wish list. Some people were asking me on Twitter. I've gotten questions about what I thought about Advanced Warfare. Let's examine that question, shall we? What do you think about Advanced Warfare? What are your thoughts about Advanced Warfare? They haven't shown us shit. There's nothing to think. You can't think anything when they just show you a trailer. Kevin Spacey, that's what I think. Kevin Spacey is the conclusion that I've drawn about Advanced Warfare thus far, but I figure putting this more as a wish list rather than conjecture of bullshit that I'm gonna put together. I think it's gonna have this in the game. It doesn't matter, right? It doesn't fucking matter because even when we know everything that's in the game, we still don't know the other random elements of what's gonna work well, what's not. You know what I mean? Until the finished product comes out, it really doesn't matter. But you guys are just gonna pre-order the game anyway. When I see you guys, I'm making a generalization to the dumbasses that pre-order games and keep this terrible industry surviving off of hopes and dreams rather than good products. But, you know, that's fine. You want to keep doing that forever. I only buy new games now. Games that are done, games that work, games that I want to play rather than putting my hopes and dreams into new games that are coming out. I buy established games. But, you know, if you want to be impatient, you need that new experience, then obviously you're going to want to just throw money at the hype train, which has been propagating ever since. But would I ever play Call of Duty again? And when I say that, you're like, oh, you've been posting Black Ops 2. I haven't played Black Ops 2 in 6 months. Haven't played Call of Duty. In fact, I felt like maybe I might reinstall Ghosts again every few months. I try for like an hour to see if anything's changed, and it never does. But I don't play Call of Duty anymore. Play other games. Obviously, Loadout's my favorite shooter right now, Hearthstone. But would I be willing to go back and play Call of Duty? The answer is yes, because I like making YouTube content quite a bit. And so, from that perspective, everything about me wanting things out of this game is pretty much for YouTube. Black Ops 2, I wanted a competitive, balanced game, which for the most part they made, whether you think so or not. No other game has the variety of weapons that you can potentially use than Black Ops 2. That's just a fact. No, the only gun you can use is a sniper rifle. Whatever. Okay, whatever you say, genius. But the number one thing that I want out of a Call of Duty game right now is theater mode. I don't think anybody else is going to say that. But if they bring back theater mode in Advanced Warfare, that would get me excited, genuinely excited, because regardless if the game's good, bad, whatever, I can make better YouTube content just based on theater mode alone, whether the game's good or not. It really doesn't matter. So I'm biased in that. Now, if we're going to talk about the game itself, what matters to me? Well, fun factor and variety, even over balance, because I know I harped on balance for like a whole year in Black Ops 2, but fun factor and variety is even more important to me than balance. As long as they get that down, that's fine with me. If they're not trying to go for a competitive game, which supposedly they are, who knows, but if they're not trying to make an actually balanced game, I'm fine with that. I don't really care if it's balls to the walls crazy, as long as it's at least not boring like Ghosts. So that's pretty much the baseline. And with that, even if I find a lot of the mechanics annoying, like in MW3, I found much of the game annoying. Specialist was fun to use, but horribly unbalanced. It didn't make much sense. It was very selfish. It didn't add to the atmosphere of the game. It only added to your selfish powers. Support was bullshittedly overpowered with just a lot of dumb shit that shouldn't even be in there, and for no reason whatsoever other than just making everybody feel like they get a trophy when you don't really need one. But in a game like that, what I didn't like, it was saved by a great game mode in Drop Zone, and that's all I had to play. So Advanced Warfare could get saved wholeheartedly through one decent game mode, especially if it's a new one or things like that. Game modes are obviously very important to me. It's something I've harped on quite a bit. That's the main reason why I don't like Titanfall, is because it doesn't really gel with the mechanics that they built. It's basically Call of Duty with mechs because they don't have game modes that force you to use the aspects of the game. And last but not least, I'll just toss this out here. If I had the money, I might get it on console, because at the end of the day, Call of Duty is a console game, and it might be fun to go back to that Call of Duty console experience, especially from a content creator point of view. But we'd have to see if all these other things pan out. In reality, I'd rather put that money in a PC, but for the Call of Duty crowd, it's on PC, it's irrelevant. Call of Duty is incredibly irrelevant on PC. Nobody really plays it in numbers comparison. And you might say, well, there's not that many players on PC. Well, guess what? There's like 10 times as many players on PC than there are on the next-gen consoles. I don't know. Look up the numbers yourself. But that's a fact. There's an established PC market where next-gen is just growing right now. Now, obviously, last-gen still exists. But that is my wish list for